Okay, moving right along, we've got Marcos Ambrose is joining us, and Marcos drives a number 9 DeWalt Ford for Petty Motorsports. And Marcos is likewise making his NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race debut. Congratulations for being able to do that, and how does it feel lining up knowing you're going to be with the best of the best and have a chance to win $1 million?
Feels pretty good right now. I'm watching the practice here that I was in last year, thinking, I'm pleased I'm in the media centre, not at my race car right now. So not often you can say that, but just looking forward to the opportunity to be part of the All-Star. It's, one of the biggest races you can do for money. I think dollar per mile, it'll probably be the biggest race in the world for the amount of money you can win, for the amount of miles you can compete in. So I'm here to do it. Here to be part of the action and put ourselves in contention at the end. We've got a great race team, and I'm looking forward to qualifying tonight with a 3-lap deal. I think it's going to be really interesting. And first time at it, I'll probably make a mistake or two, but it's definitely going to be good to learn and good to be part of that. And race for the cash tomorrow night.
Okay, Marcos, thank you. We'll take questions. We'll start with Monty, and then we'll go back there to Joe Menzer. Go ahead, Monty.
Thanks. Monty Dutton, Gas and Gazette. Marcos, obviously, you have the easiest to read worksheet in racing. There's an excellent chance you'll win any road course, but your record on other tracks is not as good. Now, you would appear to be the only variable there, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. But I mean, does the team have an edge on road courses, or do you have more? Is it catch up? I mean, how's that breakdown between you and the car you drive?
Well, I guess you're right, and I've thought about those same questions an awful lot. To be candid, I know what I'm doing on the road racing stuff. I've made a career and grown up racing road courses. I know how to drive big, heavy cars around those places. When and it's always a compromise. When you go road racing, you can't get the perfect balance on the race car. You never look for the perfect balance. You're just looking for something that can get you around the course. Fairly linear handling, left to right, and not worry so much about the dynamics of the race car. When you come to these ovals, there's so much going on behind the suspensions. It's hard to keep up with, and it's hard to really feel the individual wheels. So, I put a lot of pressure on myself to win on an oval. It's going to come, I know that. Just got to be patient with it. Definitely there is a link between, our successful runs on road racing compared to ovals, and that link is me. And continue to work on it. It's a tough sport. I jumped in the 9 car with the Stanley DeWalt sponsorship, and we've carried the team forward. I feel good about where we're at. I think we're more competitive now than what we were this time last year, and we're going to keep getting better and better. It's just a matter of pulling good people around you and having clear direction. And we've got that. We've just got to give it time.
Joe Menzer, NASCAR.com. Hey, Marcos.
Hey,
I'm just wondering, after you won at Watkins Glen, when did it hit you that, one of the byproducts of that is, you're automatically in this race, and what, when it hit you and kind of what your reaction to that was then?
It's probably the off season, when you start thinking about the next year coming up, that you realise that you're locked into, the Bud Shootout, and you're locked into the All-Star events, and you look forward to them. I've been looking forward to this event all year. It's great to be part of the big boys and part of the All-Star crew, and we've raced our way in here on merit. We won a race in the Sprint Cup Series. We deserve to be here, and we've got a chance to win the money. So I'm excited to be in the race. I feel good about being in the race, and I've been looking forward to it all year. But to answer your question, it's probably not the moment that you win the race that you realise you're in the All-Star. It's really when you start planning, or when I was starting to think about the next season and what we're going to do and how it was shaping up.
Reed.
Reed Spencer with the
Hi,
NASCAR Wire Service. Hi, Marcus.
Hi,
I know it's not your manufacturer, but Chevrolet just announced that the baseline car for the 2013 series is going to be the Holden Commodore, which has Australian roots. I just wonder what you thought about that and whether you'd raced against them in V8 supercars.
Yeah, it is the wrong make, so I want to be a little careful what I say here, but I'm really proud to think that Australia can produce you know, with their people and infrastructure that they can produce a world standard car that Chevrolet would like to, you know, bring to the US and sell it here. You know, it's even better that they've decided to make it, you know, one of their focus marks. You know, it's going to be a rear-wheel drive car, which Australians, you know, I've grown up driving rear-wheel drive car, manual cars. It's just a standard thing out there. And, you know, it's a world-class product and look forward to racing against them and beating them. But, you know, it's definitely made a buzz in Australia. There's been a lot of talk about it and been a surprise to a lot of people. I think they kept it pretty quiet. And, you know, it's amazing to see. Even the photo that I saw with all the checkered flag print all over it. It was really hard to see the lines on it too, so I'll be interested to see how it really looks when they get the proper decals on it.
Go ahead.
Jay Pennell with Athlon Sports. Does it kind of bother you that you're looked at as like a road course ringer? I mean, you have speed. I mean, you look good on the ovals and everything. It seems like you're knocking on the door of that win, but you know, does it kind of get under your skin when people look at, you know, Marcus Ambrose and say, oh, well, he's a hell of a road course driver? Not
at all. We're in front of a lot of really good oval races in points, and I'm here talking to you, and there's 1,000 drivers that wish they could be me right now. So I don't feel bad about it for 1 second. You know, I'm proud I'm here. I'm proud I'm talking to you, and you know, I can race with the best of them on ovals and road courses. It's just, you know, we're going to get this first oval win, and we're going to get out of the way here pretty soon, and you guys are going to quit talking about it.
Front row, Thomas, and then we'll go to Sean.
Marcus Thomas Pope from the Fayetteville Observer. I saw some supercar races on TV just before you got here, and you didn't seem to have any qualms about putting a bumper to somebody. So how far are you willing to go tomorrow night to try to win the race, and do you have to clear that with Richard ahead of time?
Well, I went 3 wide on the bottom of Darlington on the green-white checker, which, you know, if you look back, you probably wouldn't want to do again, but it was just instinct taking over. And I'm just going to let that happen again. So, you know, I don't mind mixing it with the best of them. I've been very respectful in this sport to get here, and I've always known my place. And but I've got a chance to win $1 million. So, you know, I've built the last 6 years trying to build friends in the garage, and I'm probably going to lose them all in one night. So, we'll see what happens.
Sean?
Sean Bell, Fox Charlotte. In your opinion, what makes the elite drivers different from everyone else in the sport?
Well, you just got to have everything going for you, right? You've got to have the best, you know, great team around you. You've got to have the sponsorship lined up. You've got to have manufacturer support. You've got to have good mechanics and crew. And then when you get the chance to get behind the wheel, you've got to know what you're doing. But what makes Jimmy Johnson win 5 in a row, I think, you know, there's a magic sauce there that we're all looking for. So, I mean, there's just some guys have got crazy talent, and other guys are working hard to try and find it.
Other questions? Hey, Marcos, thank you for coming in.
Thanks,
and good
guys.
luck in your debut tomorrow night, okay?